Right, it's Friday, it's midday. I'm here with Dorking Wanderers manager Marc White. Good to see you, Marc.
Good to see you, mate. Just checking the teammate behind me or something.
No.
Been writing it down.
No, don't worry, you're all right. I can see you. The camera is fine. So, okay, let's first of all start with last Saturday. Dartford at home. Got a 1-0 victory, and you know the run in the league continues.
Yeah, it's a good run, mate. Team adapted really well last week to playing a back four for the first time this season, which was great. And we were obviously up against it, backs against the wall last week because we had about 13 fit. Obviously, it's been a real difficult period for us. So, kind of when you got nothing else to sort of rely upon, really, and all you've got left is sort of the desire of the boys to win, and they've been doing a good job of that. Do you know what I mean? And actually, a few of them have played themselves into form. Some boys doing really well at the moment. The wingers are doing really well. The boys in centre midfield are doing really well. So Alfie's really stepped up with Callum up top. So we're really pleased, mate. Obviously, there was the sending off that wasn't that kind of overlaid the win, but 11 on 11, take that out of it. I thought we was really good value. We worked our way into some really good areas during the game, and I think deserved the win, and it was really just to sort of get the points at all cost performance. But it's great to reward the supporters who've been so loyal to us during this sort of sticky period, and obviously. Maybe 25% of the season through, long way to go, and just really taking one match at a time, mate, to be fair.
Okay, and we'll come on to the game tomorrow shortly, but you've had obviously a bit of a tough time of it on the injury front last few weeks. How is the squad looking after the 2 sessions this week?
No good, mate, to be honest. No point, I'm not going to over-reg it. I mean, people will see tomorrow we'll have about 2 subs and maximum, and maybe a few academy boys and whatnot. We're really struggling, mate. We've had another really innocuous one this morning that we're waiting on. Big disappointing one. It does sound like I'm having a proper moan up, but it is what it is. A few boys that we thought might come through fitness tests last night didn't. It's too soon for them. So we've got a really strong squad. So those boys that come into our 11 are always great players, and they've done themselves proud and actually showed exactly why they're at the club. And it'll be much of the same tomorrow, really, Chris. It'll be getting 11 boys out there, and with a few boys that have come on and chip in and doing our best to get a win. But yeah, it's a little bit light on the ground. We've got a couple of boys that are only a week away, but it's just a bit too soon. I think Jason Pryor is going to be a few weeks. So without Barry Fuller is out. He's going to be another few weeks. So obviously with Wes being long term, and we are sort of 5 or 6 men down really, but I think notwithstanding Wes, we'd be hopeful of getting all these boys back within sort of 3 to 4 weeks. So that's the kind of update on it. But I'm very buoyed by the response of the players we've got that have showed exactly why they're at the club and why they're competing, and to be honest, they're starting to find their feet. And I said, there's no point me speaking out of 2 sides of my mouth. I said a few weeks ago about, we've got all these boys available, but we've fielded on paper lesser teams over the years, and that was before this kind of injury crisis. And I made the point about looking at sort of like some of the sides that we've put out in the last couple of years, and some of the performances and consistent runs, and when you overlaid the names on paper, what we've got now looks so much stronger. But as a unit, as a performance mechanism, nowhere near as good as those teams. So my point being that I think we're kind of in transition, and a lot of these boys now that are doing really well for us are Dorking Wanderers boys that know the gig, know how we play, know what we want to do, mate. And I think tomorrow's a case of if it's not, broke, don't fix it. There's a lot of good things about how we played last week at this time that served us well, and I think we'll look to do much of the same.
Okay, and just sticking with tomorrow, Hempstead away. What do you make of that one as an away day?
Yeah, I love the venue, big wide pitch, and obviously their new management, picked up a result last time out. A few lone boys in. All the games in this league, they're tough. I think during the course of a season, it's a league where teams always have spells. Their winner do them good last time out. We're feeling great. So I think in this league you learn time after time that you do have to take every opponent as they come along, because they're all capable. They've all got players that can win matches, or tactics that can win matches, or management teams that are good. Sometimes all three of them, mate. So we just take each game at a time, mate. That'll be the plan tomorrow.
Okay, and just a couple of things from me.
Yeah.
Start again. Put my teeth back in.
Yeah.
We've just done the Player of the Month for October, and Matt Briggs won that with 52% of the vote, which obviously is fair to say he ran away with it. Yeah. As he does down the wing. So well done, Matt, and thank you to everybody that voted. Much appreciated.
I mean, look, a really fantastic month from Matt, and we over the sort of 6 years Matt's been here, there's been countless times that when we've been under a bit of pressure as a team to find a threatening dynamic somewhere, he stepped up to the plate, and this last month is probably he stepped up to the plate probably as much as I've ever seen him do. Mm-hmm. And he's at that point again now where he's just uber threatening, and on top of his game. So well done to Matt, and proper Wanderers player through and through.
Yeah, very well deserved, that's for sure.
Yeah, very well deserved.
And another thing I just wanted to mention, that next week we'll be launching our 14-game season card initiative, which is called the Fantastic 14. It's the last 14 home games.
Unless we lose one.
We're calling it the Fantastic 14, starting with Welling on December the 11th. So that will be launched early next week. Keep an eye on the website, dorkingwanderers.com. And final thing, I just wanted to say a big thank you to our fans. We've got another full bus going to Hemel tomorrow. I know you always say how great they are, but
yeah, mate, unbelievable. The fans are brilliant. I love it. They love it. Well, it's one big team, one big family at the Wanderers. Genuinely, no one's ever criticising anybody. I made the point last week jokingly that, when they clapped us off at Tunbridge Angels this year when we was dreadful, I said, blimey, that's some loyalty. That'd be like clapping off a guy you found with your missus. I said, so we we do appreciate them, mate, and our fan base is ever growing, and I say this as well because these updates are for our fans and not for all the idiots that have a pipe up a little bit. I'll say one thing is that the pandemic, obviously we're a young club, and each year we've strategically tried to grow our fan base, if that makes sense, and the pandemic coming along when it did, so we'd just won the Bostik Prem. We kind of our average attendance was at an all-time high, our season ticket sales all-time high, and then we've had a kind of 2-year absence or 18-month absence, and then fans have become disconnected, and we maybe to a degree, the amount of new fans we've got, you don't have necessarily that core to rely on that maybe others do, and but now we can see that really taking off again, and I really want our average attendances to get over 1,000 by the sort of new year. And I think all the initiatives, the great work you guys are doing in the club, the schools initiatives, and the amount of people engaging with the club again and getting behind this is incredible. And the atmosphere that our core supporters are causing on the match day is, making people want to come back, which is great. So hopefully they'll take up one of these offers, get behind us.
Absolutely. I'm sure they will, and I'm sure they'll get right behind us tomorrow as well. So
yeah, that's the plan.
All right, Marc. Well, thanks a lot for your time.
Cheers, mate.
Good luck tomorrow.
Cheers.
And we'll catch up again next week.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.